Hey guys, this is KaffeineGaming and welcome to Shin Megami Tensei Persona. This is done on PSP. This is the first game in the Persona series. It was released as Revelations Persona in 1996, so it's been redone for PSP. I don't remember when that was redone. Actually, I want to say it had to be a few years ago. It's a little bit different than the other games in the series that I have played, like Persona 3 and Persona 4. Similar game type when it comes to like the supernatural and Persona, of course, and the enemies. But the gameplay itself is different because you move around in first person, and combat is a little different from the more new games, more modern games. And this was in 1996, and this game is a little over 20 years old. Ooh. So this game features cutscenes and whatnot. Most of the story is going to be in text-based form though. If you're used to the game having social links and side quests and you don't like that, then you're in luck because there are no social links or side quests in this game at all. In fact, this game is purely combat-based. Yeah. Now there are two main quests to this game. When it was ported originally to North America, they removed the second main quest, and they only left in the first main quest. So the first main quest is the Sebek quest. It is kind of like the base storyline. It is the easier of the two as far as I'm concerned. And that's the one we're going to be going through first. It's going to take a little bit of time to get through, but I think it's going to be worth it before going into the Ice Queen stuff. And the Ice Queen stuff is a little harder. If I understand correctly, it is all time-based. I'm trying to remember if it's all time-based, but I believe it is all time-based. So you're kind of forced into a corner and you have to be pretty efficient. So let's just go ahead and load up a game here. Now, let me know in the comments what you think of the sound. There's may not be much that I can do. Yeah, I have a lot of saves. I tend to do a lot of backup saves for a game like this. So this is your sprites. This is what you're going to be seeing when you're in rooms, but for the most part your game is going to be played in this mode. You've got the map. Let's actually go outside for a moment here. Let's do just a basic combat maneuver here. We're in an optional dungeon, so these guys right here are really easy level. They're level 9, 10. My guys are level 50, I think, right now. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and just kind of take these guys out real quick. But this is the whole first-person shooter thing first-person thing, like as you can see right here, is it's a staple of its time. So here is the map. I'm not going to move around too much here, but this is what we're going to be dealing with. It's a little tough to move around, honestly, but it's fine. It'll be fine. Let's head on down a little bit. Let's see if I can get there. I'm just going to take all of these guys out as quickly as I can. Now, as you can see on the bottom left-hand corner, there's a button that says skip. Let me turn that off. Turn that off. And this is the normal game speed. We will not be playing with this normal game speed. It is so slow. And that is something that I'm glad we have that skip button for. So the game, all the combat actually is going to go a hell of a lot quicker than, you know, other times. Let me show off what it looks like with the skip. I kind of saw it. Let's go ahead and just very quickly do this. And just use skills. It'll make things a lot easier. Yeah, these guys at the top level are very low. Oh, this guy just is not weak to fire. Is he actually weak to any elemental? I don't think so. That's a problem. Hey, no putting me to sleep. Let's, I don't think I can do anything right now. Can't attack, can't do that. Can I use Twin Slash? No. Yeah, I guess we're just waiting here for a second. I'm not too worried about any of that, but what the hell? If you slack off in this game, it doesn't matter. You'll get owned. There is no there is no mercy in this type of game, and I'm sure you guys have seen older games where it's just kind of like, wow, I just got completely like just owned, and that's pretty much this game in a nutshell. I think we need to use physical. We need to use guns is what I got out of that. All the guns are different in this game, so depending on who's using a gun will depend on what type of gun is being used. These guys are weak to— that's not what I wanted. These guys are weak to weapons, okay. And that's not very useful. Wow, that was a ton of damage. Those guys are probably like level 15, so yeah. When it comes to Persona in this game, it's far less nuanced than the newer games. So there's not— it's less about making sure that you're hitting with the right damage, so like fire, and it's more about making sure that you hit with whatever is going to do the most damage. So sometimes, you know, you want to use fire against something that's weak to fire, and sometimes you just want to go all out with a nuclear attack, because the nuclear attack will do damage, more damage, even if it's weak to fire. And it can be kind of difficult to figure out when you first start this game, especially if you're going backwards from older games. Let's see, okay. So the guy in the back needs to be smacked. Let's go and do that. Let's go ahead and attack the back. Let's go ahead and use a sweet trap here, and I don't know, shoot. Wait, is that guy weak to gun? Is that guy got a repel gun? He is weak to gun, okay. Nope, shoot. And, I don't know, just nuke things, would ya? Okay, good. Wow, that was almost 2,000 points of damage. To be fair, most of the enemies that we're going to be fighting are a hell of a lot stronger than these guys. I'm actually right at one of the last areas, which the enemies are level 50. Not so much in this battle. They're not in this dungeon. These guys are level 30. Yeah, that's not as difficult. I have created a guide to this game. There's a few guides out there, and they're not bad. Like, they're not bad guides or anything like that. Like, that's not the problem. The problem is a lot of the guides do one thing well and not necessarily, you know, everything. Oh, whoops. Ah, well, I can show this off while I'm here. Enemies, like your allies, don't die. You don't have to revive them. You just heal them up after battle. And you get XP even if you do get, you know, knocked out, so it's fine. Let's see, anything else that's really interesting about this game? Let's see, all the, like, most of the story is through text. Actually, wait a minute. Anything else? I'm trying to think. It's pretty simple. There's no, if I remember correctly, there's no subtitles to any of the actual, like, animated cutscenes, so I will be very quiet during those. There's nothing weird about this game, so it's not like we're probably not going to get hit with like an age restriction or anything on this. The game is pretty tame, actually. There is obviously like the newer games too. There's a lot of reference to like angels and stuff, but it's nothing serious that should be considered weird. It's pretty much a staple of the game at this point. I don't know, and that's pretty much it. For everything else I'll really be talking about in-game. Now, I'm not going to be doing any exploits or anything in this game. You know, I'm not going to be, I don't know, doing weird stuff to make sure that I'm winning, definitely winning. There's nothing that I'm going to be banning, nothing like that. I think the game should be fine otherwise. I don't think there's anything that's really going to be, like, game-breaking. I've never experienced anything game-breaking, so that should be, yeah, we're still in like a really easy area. This game does require some grinding, unfortunately. That's just kind of like the nature of how this game works. Unfortunately, you know, from the time that it existed and came from that's just kind of how the games were at that time. I don't really know what else to say about it. Does it suck? Yes, but I have tried to do my best to make absolutely positively sure that the combat is as streamlined as possible. I've worked it out so that the grinding is spread out over as much time as I could possibly get it, so we're not sitting around and constantly grinding, which should be helpful. Meow. I don't want to escape. Well, I guess we're escaping. I actually, oh, okay, I guess we're not escaping. I actually meant to guard, and I got a little excited. The contacting system is in here. If you're interested in that, we'll be doing a lot of that, honestly. Contacting monsters is a great way, actually, to survive some of the dungeons if you're not trying to take damage, because this becomes a problem. Ah, level up. Very, very nice. Strength, vitality, dexterity, agility, and luck, and on the right side is kind of your skills. Items do quite a bit in this game, but it's... I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Let me show off one last battle here of something that, like, you know what I should probably do? Holy crap, main character. Took a lot of damage there. Main character's name is Yuya. I'm gonna be doing the whatever canon name that I could find, which was that one. These guys are level 43 and 43, okay. And so as you can kind of see, they're not easy. Let's shoot these guys. And let's attack that guy. And oh my god. Let's shoot some more guys. I have a lot of fire stuff equipped right now, which I probably shouldn't, honestly. Skill effects are in this game as usual. You know, everything's pretty standard. Let me show off. Are you kidding me? You have one more guy left? Maki is probably one of the hardest characters to deal with in this game, honestly. Let's see if we can show off. Nope, nope. So, yeah, and I'm gonna, so, that's pretty much it. I mean, like, that's the game. There's no social links, there's nothing like that. There's really not, you know, a lot else. There's some cool cards in here and you can see the persona, but there's not much else to this game. It's very, very simple compared to the later games. And so it's gonna be a fairly short let's play. I think I have 66 hours in this right now. A lot of grinding, but I don't foresee this going the entire rest of the year. Like a lot of the other ones go for at least a few months. I think this is going to be the same. It's not going to be like Persona 3 or Persona 4, which took me a couple years to get through Persona 4. This is going to be a lot shorter, and then we'll move on from there. So I hope to see you guys when we actually start this. It's going to be a few weeks from now. Let me know what you think about the volume, what you think about, I don't know, anything in this regard. I really don't know. I will be reading pretty much all of the text and whatnot so that you guys can get a good idea of the story, because since the most of the game is in text form, it's going to be the best way to really understand what's going on. I guess you could go through the game and not talk to anybody, but that's more if you're just wanting to get through the game and not really interested in like what's going on or what people are saying, because most of the story really does come through the interactions with the random NPCs. And again, just another thing of the time. That's how it was. So, all right, I will see you guys later.